This is how you know Mazak's a real one. He subs every day. Unprecedented levels of support. Mazak, thank you for the second sub in 2 days. And welcome to the stream, everybody. Kelly, Azar, Eric, Bear, Auntie. How is everyone? Today, we're going to pass the inspection. I can smell it. It just relies on some good timekeeping and the parts we ordered from the Classified magazine not being completely bust. Easy. So, welcome to the stream. Yesterday I bought more Easter eggs. For once they had the free from stuff heavily dropped in price. Chocolate is great. It is the best time to be buying chocolate, that's true. Satan, how are we? Did everybody have a good Easter? We're all back to work. Which means we're all back to watching this crap. And thanks to yesterday, we're in a good position to go and get this inspection. Oh, this. Satan, thank you for 77 months as well. Thank you both for the subs, I appreciate it. Even if Mazak already subbed yesterday. Right, I know the lyrics are about to start, but I think we'll wind the music down and get on with this. So, today the goal is I need to go and pick up the wheels from Alkarion, because yesterday we had him make me some brand new tyres on some bigger wheels actually for the inspection. So somehow I need to go back home from town. I need to take the... I don't know if we're going to have time to do this. Then I need to pick the tyres up from Alkarion, but I need to go home, install the new, or the different shock absorbers we got from the Classified magazine. And then once those are installed, I need to drive to Alkarion's in the car, where I will then pick up and install the new wheels. It's just shock absorbers and tyres, right? So I went through the pile, and I've got shock absorbers for the front and the back. The ones on the front didn't fail inspection, but maybe it's worth swapping them out anyway, because that might be why the car's bouncing so much. It might not be the springs, it might be the shock absorbers. But then we're going to pass inspection, right? And once we've passed inspection, it's time to become Ice Rally Champion. Or at least find out what we need to do. Lovely. Right, it's Sunday evening. I am extremely tired. See, if I sleep now, I'm going to wake up at like 3 a.m. and then it's going to be a mad rut. Do we pull an all-nighter? Yeah. All right. Even though I've just managed to fix my health after the tragic... I went and got the tractor from Alkarion's, by the way. Cats, good afternoon. Satan, I appreciate the sub. Thank you for the sub, Dark. Yeah, it's close enough. Can't wait for what, Cats? The inspection. Oh, it's such high intensity gameplay. Do I have anything in the back before I go? I've got the mini bike, yeah. I had to go do a little vehicle juggling. Yeah, we'll take the mini bike home. We've got the sorbet here. Yeah, alright, first job. I'm going to pull an all-nighter. I'm going to go to PSK and we're going to do the sensible thing that all responsible adults do and drink enough energy drinks to go blind in one eye. I'm alright, Auntie. I'm alright. Or I will be when I see those beautiful number plates from the inspection sat on my... sat on the desk. You know, it sucks to think that Azar's managed to get his car inspected, but I can't. There's no justice in the world. And Pat as well, look. Scum. Do I need to do this thing? No, there's a bit of an issue in the game at the moment where you can have the tractor. You can have the trailer attached to the car despite it not actually being attached. So then, good morning. Did you get any more sleep? Hang on, I unplugged the controller and you might have noticed. Slight hiccup. That was my Windows sound, don't worry. Right, attach. Right then, if I'm going to pull an all-nighter to get the car ready for inspection on Monday, we need to head straight to PSK and start buying energy drinks at a stupid rate. Hoping your coffee wakes you up. Have you got no room for any sleep during the day now? In your schedule? Shoot. Actually, given it's this late, it's probably Talk FM, right? We'll leave Doomhaus FM on. Heaven forbid we might have to hear from radio now. How many energy drinks to drain an entire fatigue bar, do you think? Although I do wonder, if I drink so many energy drinks, is that just going to make my stress rate higher like they do in real life? Because that's what caffeine's got. That's a strange thing in this game. Caffeine makes your stress go down. I wonder if caffeine's like SIGs in this game, where it copies real life, where caffeine makes your stress go down in the short term, but rise a lot faster in the long term. You have a choice yesterday, you kind of kept accidentally falling asleep. You're not in a position to just go with that, right? 2 is the magic number. If De La Soul's to be believed, Eric, true. You got to stop reading that stuff, son. Especially that early. Shaggy Dan, welcome to the stream. As Stub Lexa play the Weekday song. Save that stuff for like 5 PM or something when you've got your day going. Right, Shaggy Dan, just for you, I'm going to put Finland FM on, and it's going to have the Victory rap on. You ready?
Saatana.
Bench that, Shaggy Dan, and ask me in 15 minutes. Heaven forbid. Auntie will have to sing it for you. Alright, Eric, if it's not right, if 2's not right, I'm going to write smells in brackets at the end of your name in Discord, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Salty, good morning. Say morning, what time is it? Salty, good afternoon, evening time. Right, Eric, you say that 2 is going to work, but I'm going to go for 5. It scares me. Civilian side also worried about Razor if the threat is to wipe out the infrastructure providing power. Just message him. He's always ready to message back. Apparently things are going extremely well in his town at the moment. Oh, shit. No, stop. Hello. Salty, I've made a terrible... Oh, God. Right. This is 1. Didn't help. Yeah, the regime's had the internet off for like, well, 2 years or something at this point, so he has to pay little bits of... Eric, that's 3, and it's not going down. He has to pay for little chunks of the internet. But apparently they're all... He was saying recently that they're all dead... like they've learnt a valuable lesson about... I'm going to have to drink more. What do you mean you said 2? 2 did nothing. They've learnt a valuable lesson about the internet, because apparently since the internet's been like fully shut off now, instead of just a mostly shut off it was before, they've all started going out and enjoying outdoor space together, and all like the third spaces and cinemas and all that stuff have started doing business again. Accidental side effect is a nice internet detox. Friendliness is killing you. Auntie, you're too nice for this place. You're creeping everybody out. Surely this is going to have negative consequences. You can't just sit and throw 10 energy drinks down like this. I'm fucked. I'll be alright. I'll go for this. Are my hands shaking? I can't get my hands out.
Nah.
Why can't I get my hands out? I'm with you, Sothan. I'm with you. I don't think behaving like his opposition is exactly the best way to look more presidential, is it? My day just started. But during the stream last night, I started humming that song while listening to depressed 2000s kids' Spotify AI-made playlists. The Victor rap is still in my head. It's genuinely a really good, like, Euro dance song. Everybody click Shaggy Dan's name, by the way, and give him a follow. Oh, you're in trouble. Yeah, like Kat says when you come in and say hello to everybody, it's not something we're used to in this place. Don't stop, we're only kidding. Right, I've drunk enough energy drinks to kill a small horse. Oh look, it's my winter bitch boy. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong either. I'm just saying it's like Kat says, this just doesn't fit right in this place. Sorry, it's not something that we're used to, I should say instead. From now on, I'll just fart in the wind and hope it reaches Kat. Hey! Woo. That was nearly the end. Right, we're going home. I need to I'm going to pull an all-nighter, and we're going to get this car inspected. I'm going to drink enough coffee. Never say hello to any of these cunts. I do actually. Do you know when I say welcome to the street? It's become such like, because it was a joke at the start, but it's become one of them things as usual where you do it ironically to the point where you're just the person that does it, right? But I catch myself thinking, that doesn't fit this place, I don't know why I do it. Just look at us when we all play games on an evening, for example. We don't say hello when somebody joins a call or anything, do we? And I think we're better for it. Look at him, he's doing it now, he's using it as a weapon. Never say hello to any of these cunts and sub 2 days in a row. That's the Doomhaus way. Eric, stop!
Hello.
Stop. Eric, thank you for the big bits. The best you get in this place is a bye at the end. Hello? Yeah, maybe. When I join in for games in an evening, I hear nothing but whinging. Oh, not that guy. Put it this way, right? When you truly love and care for someone, and you're so unbelievably comfortable in their presence, small talk fades away, right? And that's how you know. So if fucking cats can just wander into an evening and start talking and we'll just continue talking, that's a sign of that, right? What do you mean fuck right off, Beanie Boy? Can't call me that. Oh. Yeah, it is cats. Whenever I enter a call and I say hello, that's just to make sure my fucking lights are lighting up. Yeah, you don't need more social anxiety in your life. Exactly, Bear. The way I see it, in our Discord calls and stuff, is it's like joining a queue. You just wander in and stand at the back, and eventually it'll be your time to get involved, right? Imagine you joined a queue for like a chip shop or something, and everybody in the queue had to say hello to you, and you had to say hello to them all back. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think it's also a product of location. Friendship. I think that friendship stops silences from being awkward, but it doesn't stop small talk. I think you've said that before, that small talk's a big part of the culture of where you live, right? Is it weird? Another thing I could listen to cats say for days is aloe vera. Then again, if you get into an elevator here without saying hi and talking about the weather with every single person, you're considered antisocial and all. Yeah, that might be just a European thing then, I suppose, which is also an enormous melting pot of different rules around this stuff. Small talk is cringeworthy. Tell me about how you haven't been able to shit for 3 days. True. What I don't like about small talk is it gets into the realm of that thing where if somebody says, how are you? The social contract there is to not be honest, right? And I don't know what that is. I'd rather skip the small talk bit and get on with talking about the interesting stuff. Hello, Bearer. Eric, you promised me that this energy drink, 2 energy drinks, would solve it. I've drunk 10 and my fatigue's going back up already. Yeah, you're probably right, so. Yeah. Is it anxiety speaking? Maybe. The thing about small talk, though, is it's just to me, it reads as a signal that they don't want to talk about anything serious or, like, with any depth. Yeah, Finland are famous for their small talk. What was the rule in Finland where after COVID, when the 2 metre spacing went away, they were happy because they could go back to their 3 metre space? Most people who ask you how you are genuinely interested, unless they say, "Are you alright?" as a hello. Yeah, that's definitely a British thing. This kidney failure, check your skin colour in the kitchen window. There's no mirrors in this game because they don't want the player to see just how utterly awful you look. Small talk for me is being polite and asking how the other person is doing. It's hard to get into why your father left and if it was your fault with a stranger in the 30 seconds. That's the thing, as we've said a million times, though, right? Small talk with strangers is good social skills. Small talk with people you know well, at least here, is a sign of bad social skills. Hey Eric, what's on the flippity flop? I'm trying to fucking... The controller's like pressed under the desk right now because I sit with my knee. I have the chair high so that my feet lay flat on the... like, sit flat on the floor, because I'm pretty tall. So my feet sit flat on the floor. But that means that my knees are pretty much touching the desk, so if I want to put my controller in my lap, it's basically pressed up against the underside of the desk so I can't reach some of the buttons. Done. Not much home slice. Glad to hear it. Sweetheart. Small talk with friends, the subject matter becomes more intimate, but it's still fine, I think. It's all fine, yeah, it's just it's how it lands to different people, right? You don't have to have a deep heart-to-heart every time you flap your gob. True, but there are 50 other things than a deep heart-to-heart that are on the opposite end of the scale to small talk, right? Not that this situation would ever happen, but if I bumped into Stubbler in a pub and we both knew who we were, I think he'd want me to leave him alone if he said, "Oh, nice weather." Yeah, exactly. It's a sign of this conversation is not going anywhere other than this, so leave it at that. Yeah. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I think a meeting between friends in this country, if you open with small talk, it usually means, let's pretend we don't know each other. If I bumped into someone in a pub, I'd say, oh, excuse me, my bad. No, you wouldn't. You've never apologised in your life. That's better. With the modern installed, that's looking a lot healthier. $538 for an electric bill. And the usual phone bill costs. Ooh, speaking of, I've got something to show you, nerds. You know I downloaded the thing that stopped the car falling in the pit? Well, I have a feeling it might potentially have been screwing with the electric bills. I don't know why, but it seems to match. So I got a new one. He'd ask him what his problem is and start a scrap. Then we'd rut like stags until the sun came up, wouldn't we, Mazza? Been playing Trackmania this week since it's free. played 100 times more on the gamepad in the 3 years before, instantly hitting my knee on that desk awfully, and general hate the posture. Instantly uncomfortable. Guess the only posture is properly lounge. It is cats, yeah. Yeah, you'll notice like when I'm driving on controller, I'm hunched over. As much of an enormous fan of playing on controller as I am, I'm somebody that regularly switches between the two, so I've not got a horse in this race. But in terms of playing games, as long as it's not some competitive Twitch shooter or something, controller on the couch, infinitely better than any other option. But second best is mouse and keyboard at the desk, because if you controller at a desk, it's just not the way. You're right. I was able to blast him before I even had a chance to respond. Right, get a look at my new mod. Now, just for the record, everybody, I don't intend this to be a modded playthrough in any way. At all. But I've been having a bug where the car keeps falling into the pit, and as a result takes massive bodywork damage and the windscreen breaks and everything, and it falls into the pit when I'm not in the garage. Like, you park the car perfectly and come back and the car's been doing some stunts. So instead of the button and the automatic one, we now have this. Hang on, I need to just respray the car. So, let me just look. As you can see, the car's been sliding around in the garage. Just straighten him up. Put him back where it goes. There we go. So now, instead of a button on the wall that just opens and closes the pit, this is the solution. I had to go pick these up from Alcarions. Look at this. That's way better, right? That's a cool solution. It's a bit finicky to get it back on. We don't have to worry about any electric bills. Where did you find these things? No, they were at Alcarions. It said on the mod thing when I downloaded it. I didn't mind finding that out quickly as a solution to the... They're laid up against his toilet. Maybe it's just a British thing with the concept of small talk. What is small talk to you, Sophie? Because here it's just generalised questions that would be applicable to any human being. Asking Stubbler how his back is not considered small talk, nor a heart-to-heart per se. Yeah, small talk. Yeah, it's asking generic questions that give... that they're borderline rhetorical, right? Right, final respray. Wait. Fucking paint can ran out the second I started making a big dip. Back's fine, Mazak. Thanks for not asking. Right. Kitten, here we go. Ooh. And there, finally, is the car in its original paint colour. Not original, but in the intended paint colour. No dents, no bangs, no scrapes. And the fucking thing runs. Doesn't it just make you proud to be alive? Good afternoon. Right. Next then, because we're going to go and get this inspected today, I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to go and get some coffee on. Somebody write, in full capitals in the chat for me, coffee pot. Because I'm going to need to drink coffee through my eyeballs to survive tonight. We're pulling an all-nighter to get the car ready. Thank you, Sothan, my love. Weather, travel, quality to location. How have you been? What's the expectation? Yeah, busy day. All that rubbish. How are you? Are you well? And then it's like, how's your family? And they're like, good. And you're like, oh, that's good. But I don't have any follow-up questions because I wasn't actually interested. I was just interested in looking good for the sake of small talk. Oh man, I'm really sorry, Stubbler. I was just using your back as an example. I don't actually give a fuck, so sorry for the confusion. And that is how two old friends communicate. I suppose we can call each other old friends now, Mazak. It's been 11 years. Whew. Yeah, exactly. So we were saying this before, but you must not, under any circumstances, tell the truth. There was a running joke about this previously when Chrisman used to come into the stream and I'd say, Chrisman, welcome to the stream, are you well? And he knew full well that there was no answering that question. Right then, so from the pile, I have sorted out, these were the shock absorbers we had. The car bounces a lot when it drives, so I think I'm going to replace the front shocks and the rear ones. So what, you alright? You actually fucking answer it. People are like, yeah, great, fuck off, I don't care. Exactly. Dougie, good morning. It's inspection day, Dougie. I need to sort the suspension out. So it failed on shock absorbers, and it said both at the back, but I've got some new tyres to go pick up from Alcarion's, so I'm going to pull an all-nighter. You've all talked the coffee pot off the page. Leg rotting away while you talk. You are fine. You must not say otherwise. Unless you've been talking for got past the small talk period. And then just go for it, right? Kitten, saying tired. Jesus, too much information. Sorry, everyone. Right, I'm nervous now because I'm still not that familiar with how to change a lot of the components on this stupid shit car. Painfully American. Oh, I'm going to have to realign the steering as well, aren't I? Okay, so we've still got a bit of dodgy frame rates while I'm working on the car, but that's fine. It hurts doing painfully American. So, I think I needed to... The shock absorber needs to come out, right? I think. They were 12s and 8s, if my memory serves. You the 12. I remember Dougie wrote this down in chat for me, and it was very helpful at the time, and I've immediately forgot it. So these are the springs that we're looking... No, the shock absorbers that we're looking to replace. Which is good, actually, because if I remember, the shock absorbers don't actually need a great deal of... tinkering. What is you? That bolt there. I think it's on that side. 8, 11 and 12 did immediately sound familiar there. Okay, they're right. The bottoms are 8s. I think I can just have the shock absorber straight out. If I can target it. Fucking springs in the way. Shock absorber, dickhead. Okay, it's hard to target. Oh, it's because I've not unplugged it at the top of it. Piss. Right, shock absorber's loose now. Can it come out? Yes! Okay, this is an easy change, it turns out. Alright, what I'm going to do with these are the bust ones. Bust ones up there near the Christmas lights. No idea what to do because I'm not a small talk kind of girl, so I just go in and tell them half your life, Kate, and that's the opposite. Tired is acceptable reaction because it opens a convo, aren't we all? Alright? Yeah, it enables more small talk. What did I write now? I was just talking about last time I did this. You gave me... I asked somebody to write down the size of the bolts for the shock absorbers, and you gave the correct answer. Well, not the correct answer, but you wrote it down for me, and I kept going back and checking what you'd written. Okay, this is good. So I might not need to pull an all-nighter, but I don't have a fucking... Oh, shit, coffee pot. Right, front right's done. It's very painful. Southend doesn't make it look easy, I must admit. Coffee done. I think it's because, as a rule, British people just don't like to talk about themselves that much, right? So the small talk, even though we do all despise it, has existed as a way to be like, I don't want to just fill this whole thing with discussion about me, so... That's why I say I'm tired of Move On throws me for a loop when I have to follow up questions about it now as well. Yeah, because the follow-up questions don't actually want any information either, do they? So they're talking about themselves, but it's rude to have silence in a conversation. Yeah, we talk outwards and not inwards, right? Oh yeah. Conversation is what we all get up in the morning for, but if it's all about the person talking, it starts to feel a bit more like a monologue than anything, right? You do all the talking, I'll just nod and drink my pint and make some funny quips here and there. You've never made a funny quip in your life. Shock absorber, bang! There we go. Where did you just go? Well, like this. If parts are going to break and be a problem, I'd rather there were parts that are just 3 bolts and no need for the jack thing. Well, you go in there. Oh, beauty. So, I don't know if this is going to fix the issue, but I'm going to just replace the shock absorbers on both the front and the back. But it said it failed on the back, but it bounces on the front, so we might be able to kill 2 birds with one plasma grenade or whatever we're using these days. Fun is subjective, you know. Everyone has their own outlook, so it's totally okay that you're dead wrong. The truth is subjective. Now, do I not have shock absorbers? No way. Wait. Shouldn't I have a shock absorber running through that spring? No, wait. That's not right, is it? There's a fucking shock absorber on the back. Am I stupid? What? Where are my shock absorbers? Am I stupid and they don't go on like I remember them going on, or should I have shock absorbers going up through the... Oh, Kyrion's pinched them. Well, no fucking wonder it failed on rear suspension. I didn't have... No way have I missed... I don't know on both sides. That's fucked if that's true. I have not had shock absorbers on this entire... The game's like, yeah, you've got substandard shock absorbers, but what it actually meant was is you don't have any shock absorbers. Bear's first message about this was on February the 24th. And you've been watching me drive around town with no shock absorbers, no zero rear suspension. Hang on, why is this one not going in though? I don't understand. Okay, it turns out, everybody, that Stubler is big dumb and didn't put any rear suspension on his car. And he's been messaging cats tearing his hair out. My favourite, unironically, my favourite part about playing my summer cat is, and this is because my friends do a brilliant job of following my wishes. It comes out when something like this happens that they've been messaging each other, just ranting to get the frustration. It's so good. Because they're so good at not giving information out in stream. Brilliant. 10 out of 10. Yes. No wonder it was bouncing about, innit? Hate small talk. Yeah, that's what we're saying, Salty. I don't know if you was here for the early part of the conversation. We were saying that small talk, in this country especially, is reserved only for strangers. And if you do it with friends or family or people you know, then it's seen as somewhat a sign of disrespect. So where do these bolt on at the top? I looked it up the other day. It was in Discord, so easy to do. What, the date? I'm 95% certain that that's because... Oh, if that's true... Bear! It's true, the car's no longer sliding around. Fucking hell. Alright, good. Fucking hell. Day one of the mod that I've got to fix the car bug. Right, it's got to have new secondary bolts, though. It used to be a big, beefy 12 at the top, historically. But it used to also poke through the back of the car as well. I don't see the thing that replaces it. Yeah, Mazak's unpopular opinion. Just because they're family doesn't mean they're strangers. Which means that Stubbler has installed the mod without a bug kit and ring the shame bell. True, actually. Right, so I've attached them both the lower sections, but not the upper. There's got to be a bolt in there somewhere. Let me squish my face right in here. So they go from here straight up, like in line with the wheel. So if there was going to be a bolt, it would be... There's no bolt, is there? Visible from under here, maybe? Yes. What are you? Big bolt. Alright, one big bolt. Let's go. Let's take it into the pit with me. Wait. So I beat Alcarion at the ice track with no rear suspension. Oops, they'll take that back. Alright, rear suspension's installed. That's bad. Modded car equals disqualified. It's not a modded car, knobend. It's a modded... This is the mod. These covers that go over the pit. The bug is that... The bug is because the car slides around in the garage, but apparently that was because the suspension wasn't properly installed and now it's perfectly still. Brilliant. Well, the joys of a blind playthrough. So now if I line him up properly, it'll stay lined up properly and I can uninstall the mod. Correct? Well, that's very Studler. You sure? I beat Alcarion at the ice racing track with no suspension. So the car would probably have passed its inspection with the suspension. No, wait, where is the suspension I already had? Yeah, exactly. It's FCI setting is what it is. I think mods like that are top notch. More mundane shit that basically does nothing crucial and levels up the immersiveness. It is cats, yeah, and it's a very good implementation of it as well. So these pit cover panels, for those that don't know, it's a mod, and all it is these, right? So it's very physical, very in line with the rest of the game. Probably what a home inspection pit like this would use. And I had to fuck off out into the world and pick them up from Alcarion. Like, it's like... I mean, I'm getting rid of it because it's not vanilla. But it's It's a mod that is made with the original game at heart, right? With the same design ethos as the base game. Very good. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to remind myself to fucking stretch because you people don't care anymore. The road to hell is paved with quality of life mods. Yes, it is. So as a result, I'll be chopping it. But if Bear's correct, that's big news. Alright, let's cook some sausages for tomorrow. Why has my stress gone all the way down, by the way? Did I smoke a cig just now? Or does working on the car finally reduce your stress? I always thought working on the car should reduce stress. I didn't just smoke, did I? Yeah, chocolate logs as well. I'm going to mod in robots to build the car for you just because it's so much easier. Yeah, I can't wait. Then I'm going to have a flying mount, and I'm going to be able to teleport wherever I want. I'm going to be able to buy gold with real money. And clankers, Eric, no. When they take over. Stress has gone down because, yeah, I've got a way to release the suspense. Right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save, bang. Then I'm going to come back in. No, sausages! I just wasted a full pack of fucking sausages. Because when you save, the open packets despawn. Oh yeah, and the oven was on. Oh fuck yeah, what if the oven... I've never saved with the oven on before. Surely it just turns off. I do have the fire extinguisher though. I mean, in this game it's almost guaranteed to be the worst case scenario. Today at work, all of our support staff are out for an education day, so it's just advisors and we have to cover the phones, which I strongly dislike. Unplug the phones, Dougie. Problem solved. Okay. I can't hear fire. We're not on fire yet. Okay. We're alright, we're fine. That was stupid, though. Now, next job, cook them sausages. And then, should I have like a tiniest little nap? Because what I need to do tomorrow is I need to drive to Alcarion's. There's only like Eurotrans on at this time in the morning. No, it's just talk radio. Well, usually I would have turned it off, but I went and saved, which was the mistake. Did I import the radio? I don't think I did. So this is just going to be adverts. Another advert? Yeah, alright, fuck, I didn't import it. We've got no Doomhaus FM for the rest of the stream. We'll be alright, right? Okay, now, cook these fucking sausages and actually eat them. Oh, I forgot to import the music. Yes, but the only other thing that's on is talk radio. Can you dance to this? Have you tried working in the education sector, Dougie, so you get 2 weeks off paid without using any holiday? What, over summer? Teachers have always been paid too much. There's not even anything on the TV.
Vittu.
Right. What, over Easter? As well as in summer? Christ. So you're actually off now for 2 weeks? This guy, typical green work ethic. So, Alcarion's opens at 8. So the goal now, I need to drive to Alcarion's in the car, pick up my new wheels. I'll put the wheels on the car at Alcarion's, then we're driving into town and we're pulling the trigger on the inspection. And then, if I can get the car properly inspected, given it's Monday and we're nowhere near Friday where I'm going to work out what we need for the ice rally thing, then we're going to come home and we're going to fuck around on our new computer. Because look, I still do need some speakers. Remind me to check the flea market while we're in town, but I have the PC. I just need the speakers now so we can hear them. You know what I mean? I think I might be able to install Half-Life if I try really hard. Right, we'll have 1 sausage before bed. Again, though, everybody, let's just stand still for a second with your hand on your heart and just remember that pack of sausages we had that we no longer have. Teachers at no else but here they're paid normally, just spread out over the entire year so they don't go without a paycheck. Still paid miserably, though. Yeah, they are here as well, so I thought I was being silly. But there is always the discussion that they should be paid more. You're on your last week off now, then no holidays until August. Right, think about it. What do I need to do? While I'm in town, check flea market, but I feel like I should get a little bit of sleep. Cosplaying as a ceiling fixture on Sunday. Sleep until 6 AM, what do you reckon? No, because I can't sleep until 6 AM because I don't have a fucking alarm clock because an update got rid of my alarm clock. Law of averages, so that I'm sure that there's people out there that can complain about anything if they try hard enough, right? Do you know what, Kin? That'd be nice if he would. But now he doesn't need lifts anymore because he thinks he's too good for fucking the Loppy family. So the company just spread out their pay so they get a paycheck. But they're only paid pro rata. What a bitch, I know. Just sits there with all his money and his stupid green and orange bobble hat. Who even wears a bobble hat? Again, I don't think this at all, just for the record. There's no part of me that is implying that this is what happened. But how weird is it that the characters that we named after Doomhaus people in the first game and called them that for years return in the second game wearing green and orange bobble hats? There's only 2 consistent things on this stream. That's green and orange and bobble hats. Very, very suspicious, Topless. Very, very suspicious. Right, I didn't sleep, but let's get the car fired up and take it for its maiden voyage with its new suspension. And when I say new suspension, I mean suspension. I had to look up the law of averages because I'd never heard of it. It sounds like the law of large numbers with less rigour, you coward. So then, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Do I look like a person that's got rigour? It's usually marbles when I start getting those accusations. This fucking car can start. Oh, it can start. No, it can stall.
Vittujen vittu.
Don't do this after I've just said it can start. Okay, let's warm him up a bit. It doesn't idle very well with the choke on these days. I hope it's not some new thing it's going to fail on. You do those tattoos yourself? Fucking hell, looks like a girl with a crush on you would draw on you during French. These are prison tattoos, these. I've served, 17 days in prison now, once for manslaughter. Gambler's follicle? What, is that where people that are in incredible debt go bald? What if he's credited this shithole in the patch notes, but you're too good to read them? Oh yeah, imagine. And thanks to our old friend Doomhaus Gaming for making our game look terrible and inspiring people. Gambler's Felicity. That's his wife. I don't love him anymore because he went bald from gambling. Right, choke out. Do you idle now? Lovely. Right, I'm just going to sit and let the oil warm up. Let the windows demist. Yeah, that fucking cooker on. So the heater was working yesterday, but now it isn't for some reason. Oh, I've got that new carb, haven't I? I forgot about that. Scuff, welcome to the stream. Started gambling in this game and got the gambler's follicle. Is that your problem? Bald at 20, imagine. Sorry for the talk radio, there's no music on at this time. There we go, the oil's warmed up. AFR's sat comfortably in the range. Apparently, my new suspension, which they call on the streets suspension, is fitted and good to go, but I'm setting off far too early. It's 3 hours until Valkyrian up. The lights still work, yes. These are all stock parts. Oh my god, it's not bouncing. It turns out having rear suspension is good to stop the car from wobbling. Fucking hell. Right, let's go for a drive, shall we? Get the car warmed up, ready for the inspection. But I need to go to Alkyrion's, obviously, to pick up my wheels. Which, thinking about it, I shouldn't have left on his desk, should I? I should have left them outside. Now I've got to be careful, because I don't want to bang up the bodywork, especially if I finally fix the rolling around in the garage issue. Right, how do you drive, then? No bouncing? Well, that was dumb. So for those of you that didn't quite grasp what was going on earlier, I went to the car failed the first attempt at the inspection because the suspension at the back didn't look right. So given they were new springs, I thought what I need is probably shock absorbers because the springs were new. So I went and found some shock absorbers out of the scrap pile and went to put them on, went to swap the old ones out for the new ones and realised I never had any shock absorbers on the rear in the first place. So the bouncing was because not because my suspension at the back was broken, but because I simply didn't have any. Fuck, that's so stubborn. Shit. I'm setting off a bit early though. Maybe I can save when we get there, right? I'll put the new wheels on. The warning triangle's still in the back, right? We saw that. Nice mane of gambler's hair. It's 50-50, Eric. You don't know what you're going to get until you take your hat off in the morning. Well, it drives like a sharp razor through pubes. Okay, yeah, this is running nicely. 28th of February 2026. Bear messages Cats in private saying, I really hope he'll end up driving the chorus without the rear shocks. Bear spotted it immediately. Well, there's proof that I've not looked anything up, right? That I wasn't following a guide when I made the car. Christ. It's a good job it was something that meant the car was still drivable, though, right? Should also look out for cousin. You got more than you bargained for. Fucking typical that like the suspension is the easy bit. Do you know what it was? I bet I was focusing really intently on putting the suspension together. That when I hit the issue with the upper control arm at the front and not being able to get one, I probably just in my mind it was like, right, that's the last thing I need, so there's no point in working on this anymore. And then when I got it, all I did was install that and called it done. Which is big done. I like this car. It feels so much heavier than the Satsuma. Which I'm sure it is. Also, I don't want to meet cousin down here, do I? Oh, fuck! Got more than I bargained for. Does this car have a horn? Would I be allowed to add a mod that makes a horn for the car just so it can toot? The Satsuma didn't have a horn. Why would you not have a horn? The shit truck does. I think the taxi did as well. Oh, we are far too early. What time is it? 6 AM. Allow that. I don't know if there is any. All the vehicles and the shit truck. Press 1 to install an exclamation mark 2 horn and attach it to the stream. So that when you do exclamation mark 2 in chat, it just immediately blows the horn in game. That'd be toxic. Yeah, 2. The last thing I want is for you lot to have any control over what goes on this, in terms of sound effects and stuff. Text to speech already too much. Imagine Martin, he'd be out of control. Auntie would be spamming it, it'd be like fucking Jean-Michel Jarre on that. You know what? I've come here. It's just far too early. I could have probably slept. Can I sleep in the back of the... Can you sleep in the back of the... You could sleep in the back of the Satsuma, and if I can sleep in the back of this, we'll just sleep. I was talking about a chat command, Auntie, where you could use it and it would make the horn blow in real life. Not in real life, in the game. If you could... Can you sleep in the back of the Rivet? Fuck! How am I supposed to pass the inspection without my seat? Alright, we've got something to do. Shitting dickhead. Driving for an inspection without a passenger seat. Fuck! Actually, that's a problem, time-wise. What was that on the radio? It's a bit like a My Michelle kind of situation. Right. Well, this is going to be a test of the car. Yeah, I put it in reverse and the car made some very appreciative noises. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go jump in, scoop the... Because I removed the passenger seat so I could fit the mini bike in. But I'm going to drive home, pick the car up, slam it straight in and drive back and we can do it. But if that'd be a hold-up even, I don't think an IRL inspection in Germany would care. Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like we're unlikely to get a classic inspection that way. Should I go for the classic inspection? It can't hurt, can it? So there's two options at the inspection shop. There is classic inspection and there is normal. Now in real life, a classic inspection is like, or an MOT or whatever, is there's certain allowances for it being a really old car. But I don't know. The only thing I can think is that all stock parts for the car would qualify it as being classic, which is usually like 20 to 25 years old, right? Don't answer if you know this, by the way. This is just my thinking. We're going to go test it later. But I wonder if you start buying aftermarket carbs and engine components and bodywork and stuff, whether then you'd have to go for a modern, or it would no longer qualify as a classic vehicle. I don't know. Right, where's my turn off? Also, where's the radio? Okay, the radio just goes off at this time of night, apparently. Oh, it's a bit creepy out here at night. Feels like one of the videos that people talk about how like Minecraft's haunted. And when you've just got a quiet moment on your own in the middle of nowhere in a video game and it feels like there's somebody there. Help me, radio, I need company. Okay, I've completely lost Finland FM. Okay, we've lost it. There were different dashboards and maybe other things. Maybe that plays into it. Yeah, I wonder. But there also might be different dashboards and stuff, and that plays into the the model of the Rivet that you get, Cats, possibly. And I wonder if some models of Rivet aren't considered classic. Alt raid at 8 PM server time, and my druid is 2 bars from 70. Just want to watch the stream. 2 monitors bare, that's the way. Why has Finland FM died? I don't want to go save. I know I'm going to need to save eventually. When I can put Doomhaus FM back on, but we're currently sat with no. Never mind. The radio apparently reappears at 7 AM. I did, yeah. I'm talking about Bear wanting to watch the stream while leveling his druid. He's gonna have to swallow the bitter pill. There's quite a lot of people in the Doomhaus have downgraded back to 1 monitor. Obviously for work reasons, that goes without saying, but in terms of just like freeing up your mind a bit. Okay, that was a waste of a drive, but we did eventually realise that I need rear seats. Not rear seats, passenger seat. I took it off, didn't I, so I could fit the mini bike in. Come with me. Like in this situation, Mazak, now imagine if I turn the second monitor off, it'd get rid of the biggest problem in streaming. Right, you in. Ain't got time. Just chuck it in, it'll be fine. Then back to Alkyrion's, quick sharpish. After I've kicked the car around the drive a little bit. I can't believe I had no suspension. And the heater isn't actually working, which is concerning me. Could it fail on the heater not being functional, I wonder? Good job I've got the winter cover all on, but I don't know if the car could actually fail on not having the heater repaired. And if that's true, I don't know what I would repair. Like, I don't know if the hoses can break or the box or what. It demisted, so there must be some heat going around, but there's not a lot. Right, quick sharpish. Brake. There is a clock down there, isn't there, somewhere? Is that the clock? Yeah, so it's 7:30. I might be able to get to Alcarion's too early. So we'll maybe go stop off and have a drink at the Wheels mansion thing. How cinematic is this? Oh, I'm gonna drive off the fucking... Whoa! Okay, it still drifts. Well, the wheel alignment isn't that bad, so we hide it in. Could have just removed the front shocks as well and fully embraced the wobbly lifestyle. I can't imagine it had stayed on its wheels in that condition. Oh, fuck, that was the wrong button. No, what are you doing? Too much speed, slow down. You're right, actually, Bear. I think the wobbling of the lack of shocks at the back was making me drive a bit more sensibly. Now suddenly it drives like a functional vehicle. I'm throwing it all over the place, forgetting the fact it cost $8 grand to fix the bodywork if I was to prang it. There you go, everybody. Have a slightly shitter car so it makes you drive safer. And that's not even controversial advice, is it? Lovely. Time is... Oh, it's about 8 o'clock. We're alright. Bottom right on the centre console, you can see the time. Look. Should be... Yeah, we're going to be arriving just right, unless Cousin's here. Which, timing-wise... It's not the worst. It's not the most impossible thing. Good set and stuff, well played. Okay, will you drive safely? I have got a painful amount of muscle memory for these roads, but it's all from the rally and like points at which you need to accelerate in and out of corners and stuff. And like this bit, you go flat out through here because this is pretty much a straight look. And in my mind, I want to take all these corners at the pace that I like hyper practiced for the rally. But when I was doing it last, I had it with unlimited money, and I could have just afford to pay Alcarion to replace all the body parts when I was in my summer car. Not so much now. Unfortunately, Jitten's not as merciless and ruthless as Jerry was. We don't have somebody's millions to steal. I think it was Bear, yeah. Yeah, I think I was passing inspection with it. Lovely. Alright, we made it good. Next job. I'm going to leave it running. I should probably turn it off now, can't it? It's been running for ages.
No mitä helvettiä?
Next job. Ahead of its inspection shortly. I'm going to put the radio on in the back lots. Yeah, I suppose if you've got it immediately, I'm assuming it can't break. But it seems a lot more things can break in this version. Right, where's Big Boobs? Morning!
Terve, terve!
How are we?
Pojalla
Ooh!
mielessä.
Tell you what, he's done
Kyllä
us
toi
proud
aika
here.
hirveetä skeidaa on, kun mä katon tätä sun rusinapullaas tässä, mutta...
You didn't fix...
Jos me tietty hinnasta sovitaan, niin ehkä me saadaan tästä... No, sanotaan rusinaton pulla, ainakin.
Yes. You didn't fix the rust. But that can be sprayed, I suppose. But you did put a new pair of Gomma Gobblers on. These are bigger wheels as well, I think. I think the previous ones were only 14 inch. 13 inch. Or are these about the same? They look a bit bigger, look. But that might just be because of how they're sat. However, they're better than the old Steelies. Thank you, Elkarion, for once. Got a bit of money as well. Could I afford to buy... No, let's not upgrade anything just yet. We'll wait till the inspection, then I might come in here with my $6,000 and start throwing fucking cash around. I've already got that new car at home. No. We're not throwing cash around. We're going to do the ice race in stock first, other than the minimal things we need to upgrade. Okay, right, seat. First. No, windscreen. Fuck, what were these? Can anybody remember the bolt sizes for the seats? There were 10s in summer. In the Satsuma, but this is no Satsuma. That's fucking... Yeah, let's go 10. 3, 9, 11. Thanks, Martin. What am I doing? That was already installed, isn't it? And then there's one bolt on the inside. I'm going to go with your suggestions. Is that one bolt on the inside of 9? Because I know I've failed from not having one of the seats installed properly in the past.
Satan.
8? Okay, one of the hours are you. I need to get these wheels on and get into town quick. I also need a midstream brake. 8. Good. Alright, they're on. You know what? It's probably for the best that we have the midstream brake now. And then when I get back, wheels on, into town, inspection. Beautiful. Right, I'm going for a quick midstream break. Eric's in charge. He just made some coffee and he's offering. Am I cold here on my walk? I'm inside. I'm warm. Alright, do everything Eric says, no exceptions. Enjoy the sunrise. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Warm your cold heart with a hot cup of black coffee. Do fun things. I'm drinking coffee with creamer right now myself. Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 oh.
I thought the radio had died again then. Warm your cold heart with a hot cup of black coffee. Do fun thing. Look at that. Look at it. Have I just stared at this game too long and ended up with Helsinki syndrome, or has this game got a certain bit of charm to it? Beautiful. Coffee snobism is a nice trait. Eric, thank you for the bits, I appreciate it. Dougie, thank you for the bits. I'm going to say this. I like hobby gatekeeping. I like hearing people so passionate about their hobby that they have these internal rules and stuff in their heads. What's this guy? I don't know why, but when people get so passionate about a hobby that they put up walls, I like that a little bit. I don't know, because people are so wishy-washy with hobbies nowadays that I don't know. I like a bit of passion because it's passion in the wrong direction, but it's better than no passion. I like it. Can it get toxic? Yes. Is there bad examples of it? Yes. Are we all ready to write down things now? The reason why it's bad? Yes. There's a certain part of me that likes hearing it, like the old grumpy bloke at football who thinks ex-football fans doing a bad thing. I like it. I don't know why. I don't understand why you'd like gatekeeping, but fair play. I don't necessarily listen to any of the rules or anything like that, and I appreciate this is a controversial one, but nobody should listen to people that gatekeep at all. But for some reason, it's just nice to see. It's like one of the last things. Ooh, these are going to look good. It's one of the last things that looks like old passion. That looks like passion for hobbies the way that people used to be passionate. I don't know, I like it. Whereas gatekeeping, like Katz is talking about now. What am I pressing the wrong fucking button for? Katz is saying now that he drinks coffee with a lot of milk, and he was talking about coffee snobism in the other direction. Obviously, the right thing to say is drink coffee how you want, of course, right? We've all known fully and agreed with that for a million years. But if somebody's so deeply passionate about coffee that they've got that they look down on people for doing it different, it is unanimously a negative trait, right? Obviously a negative trait. But there's a little part of me that kind of I've got no rear bumper. Where's my rear bumper gone? What's happened to my... No. give Sothan shit while drinking coffee the same way. I give Sothan shit while drinking coffee the same way he does. Yeah, I don't know. I like the debate around it. It's kind of dumb. Yeah, exactly, Paulie. Yeah. It shouldn't be respected in any way, but I don't know. There's something I kind of like about it. Everything else is just wishy-washy. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when you're like, oh, do what you want, man, do whatever. It feels a bit. It feels a bit non-committal in a way that I wish people were more into their hobbies. Should add another negative by saying I don't drink coffee. Well, I think that's just the vast majority of people, right? I think that's gatekeeping on a real gatekeeping, the best kind that nobody's heard of. Damn, Eric, you're all the way in. To me, gatekeeping is, hey, Cat's coffee is really good, how do you make it? Cat's not sharing or even talking about the hobby in general to stop the spread of... Yeah, even that's funny. Alright. Sothan says Cloudy Lemonade. Kitten says 7-Up. Eric says Professor Peppy. Shaggy Dan says Boring Old Lemonade. Bear says Tropical Blast. Just elitism, not gatekeeping. Maybe I'm just wrong. 6-4, welcome to the stream, says Ginger Beer. I don't know, like, yeah. I think football's the thing that's done it to me. Like, what I knew was football culture for 20 years changed massively recently when the internet like opened the doors to different ways of doing it, and like, I find myself a bit of a traditionalist when it comes to football. Not that I ever vocalise this or shut people down for doing it any differently, but there's a certain amount of... Yeah, I don't know. Right, what do you think to the new look? That looks good. You know, I might be warm into this car, but I don't have a rear bumper and that needs fixing. What time is it? Have I got time to nip home? Yeah, I've got like 5 hours. It's Cloudy Lemonade, Sothan. Nailed it, good work. Coffee, tea, caffeine, yeah. Pepsi Max again, been on sale recently. Are you calling me frugal? Hello, why are you not starting? I don't like the fact the car's not starting suddenly. Nor the fact that I can't adjust the radio for some reason. Game? Hello? Game? I don't want to look at the dash top cover. I want to turn the fucking radio off because I'm not going to be able to start my fucking car if the radio's blasted. There we go. Right, choke out. Lights off. Those that claim they can't drink any coffee that hasn't been brewed with a special blend of Colombian Venezuelan coffee brewed at exactly 92... Yeah, exactly, Kat, I'm with you. But for some reason, I don't have the amount of disrespect for that attitude that it feels like everybody else does. Car? Why are you not accelerating? Why is the car behaving like this? Yeah, there we go. Poppy kettle. No need to argue the varying degree of whether caffeine you decide to ingest as long as you just ingest it, so... Who's that in response to, Kitten, sorry? So it's a Mazda? Or to Polar, I see. Polar, good morning, incidentally. 6-4, good afternoon. Right. Right, so if I put the choke in, is it going to idle and not stall? Yes. Right, I need to go home and fast. Nice, right, let's go on. I need to find a bumper in one of the scrap piles. And unfortunately, all my fucking scrap piles have been thrown away. Oh yeah, Paula, I asked who Kitten was responding to in response to when she was talking about your response to what people drink. Did anybody see Cousin go by the way? Thanks for the confusion. I was trying to get clarity myself. I don't remember not having a bumper. This has confused me. Did the bumper fall off maybe on one of the bobbles? So, now, with the new wheels on, which I don't know if they feel any grippier, but I don't really drive at speed in this thing anyway. Now, all I need is to put a bumper on the back and we're off to the inspection, but I need to do this quickly and I'm extremely tired because Eric gave me the wrong ratio when it comes to caffeine at the start. Easy Green, welcome to the stream. It was a cloudy lemonade. Easy Green, morning. When you drove earlier, I was thinking at some point, what was that metal sound? It did sound like something came off, didn't it? But I hope I haven't driven past the point it was, and I really hope there's a fucking rear bumper and I've just driven past the turn off. Eric, I need you to gatekeep energy drink consumption or I won't respect you. Right, it's about to be noon. I need to drive home and then get back to town in time. But look at my stats. If there isn't a bumper in the scrap pile, I don't know whether I'm just going to have to drive and fail the inspection because I don't have the proper bumpers. Ignore my green windscreen, by the way. Monster is the only brand worth drinking. All other energy drinks are for plebs. Remember Rockstar? Fuck it up. Say what you will about Red Bull, and I'm, unfortunately, a co-investor with Red Bull at the moment, you could say. At least they don't market their stuff to 14-year-old boys like Monster and Rockstar and Relentless and all them do. How I do, cats, I've still got the biggest pile. It's only the PSK pile. And the one near the house that I've got rid of. Don't like that mould looking stuff on the glove box. Fine. Let's be honest, it's not the marketing, it's the fact Red Bull tastes like battery. I know nobody on earth likes Red Bull, I acknowledge that, but in terms of marketing, yeah, it might, cats, yeah, I just don't know where. I've only spoken to one person on the internet that says that they quite like the taste of... Yeah, there you go, two. That's Cheeky and Paula. And myself, I think, are the only three people I've ever spoken to that haven't vehemently said they don't like the taste of energy drinks. They do. Do you know who they sponsor, Mazak? Fucking Leeds United. And we're all terrified that they're going to do what they do with other clubs and completely delete their history and make them just a big Red Bull advert. I'm not a fan. That's why I was saying, like, I'm a co-investor, which was... I was being flippant, but... Yeah, no, they're very much not a good influence on anything. I suppose I don't need to worry about fatigue because I can have some free coffee when I get to thingy, can't I? Right. Rear bumper. Are you a rear bumper? Yeah. It's the one that's got room for the fucking... Do you fit? Ah, okay, I've got a rear bumper again. I actually like it with that bump. I want one of these bumpers, but for the front, but I don't know if they've been invented in Finland yet. Alright, that's good news. Thirstiest cocks, though. I tell you what, don't look. Fancy dying on all fronts. Mango Loco one is great. What makes it dangerous? Other than the usual stuff. There's a green one you like. Cheeky and I had a Kong Strong fan club going at one point. I don't drink them because that amount of I'm not caffeine's biggest fan as a rule. Just the thought of relying on it feels a bit scary to me, but I'm not the biggest hater of the taste. They're full of sugar and enough caffeine to stop your heart. Right, drink. Eric, how many coffees? Okay, time. It's quarter to 1. I need to get into town and quick. Might as well put this on here, hadn't I? Almost took your head off with a mailbox there. Imagine that would be the dumbest death. Go, 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 go. Anybody remember what size the bolts are on the... Oh, I've got no time for stretching. What size the bolts are on the... bumpers? It isn't. Well, I'm sick of pretending I should respect and listen to you, Mazak. You've proven nothing but the opposite in all these years. Am I out of coffee?
Voi saatana.
Right, you, sausage bang. Okay, sausage bang. Good. Right, you should fit on nicely. 11s. Whoa, frame rate. Calm. Here. Okay, so... Fucking hell, the frame rate's gone to bumholes. 11. 10. Nice. In fact, you're coming with me. Right, back into town, bang. I think the heating's fixed. Go. 9/11 spoof videos. You'd rather get 9/11 spoof videos than proof videos, right? They're the scary ones. Right, go. Can't say this car's not been warmed up. I've driven about 40 miles so far since the first hour. Right, pray for me, everybody, that this car passes the inspection. Because if it does, then on Friday we can take it to find out what I need to qualify for the ice race. That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most. Out of the absolute barrel loads of new shit they put in this game, I enjoyed Futufon for what it was. Obviously, you weren't supposed to do that long term. The taxi stuff was amazing, and I miss it massively. The ice racing. I've had a lot of fun from the ice racing. It's just watching it, let alone taking part. And I must say, I'm kind of a fan of the classified magazine idea. What, took it too early the first time you beat there? There's one, who's that guy? There was one earlier last week. There was some girl using her kid's play phone, and then she looks at her kid and says, "They hit the second tower." Using her kid's play... Am I fogging up? I was in. Just got a message through on the kid's phone. Oh, you didn't do it at all, so you may be taking it a bit earlier now and you're worried you might lose it. Why am I fogging up? Is it because I was sweating? Turn the blower back up. Demist. Are we demisting? Right, I'm not going to do a do we pass or do we not pass quiz, because there are people that know this game that might have spotted something that's going to fail the inspection. Like Bear and Cats could have comfortably said last time it wasn't going to pass. But I am just going to ask everybody to pray with me. I see, that's it. Showing my cats things they've never seen before, and it's showing clips of them seeing like the top of the fridge and doing some high up cupboards and then a 9. Fucking hell. Too busy with everything. Yeah, exactly. It is quite a time investment, isn't it, the taxi? But them gaps between where it's like weeks until there's another shit suck or another log delivery. It would be nice to have the taxi on hand, but it's a lot of work. Imagine keeping up with everything, including Futufon on top. The windows fog up. It does. If you get sweaty and if you dress too heavily and you sweat too much, Easy Green, the windows fog up because you're sweaty. Predicting a flawless audit on you. Eric, I admire your faith. Alright. New seats, new wheels, warning triangle still in the back. It's time. Can I get the car inspected on my first save without dying? Everything I do now, I'm incredibly proud of it, because I've not died in this game yet. And everything I do is like, damn, I got this done before my first death. Like, I think there's something to be proud of there. Radio off. Lights off. Ignition off. Okay. Let me just centre in properly. Oops. Imagine if I'd have smashed the windscreen then. Why spray these wheels? What do you reckon? Get some silver paint and give them a spray. Or would black look good? So, in theory, this car is all stock. Nothing. Well, there might be some like GT components and stuff, but it's all not stock, but it's all stuff I got out of the Classified magazine. None of it I've got from Alkarions other than the pistons, but I don't imagine they're going to make it fail any kind of classic inspection. But then, all it failed on was rear suspension, and I literally didn't have any. So, I'm thinking it should pass. Hello, yes, I apologise for coming in through the rear entrance, friend. Right, I need to go to the flea market after this and see if she's selling speakers for the PC. Was it triangle rear suspension and wheels? Wheels and bodywork, Cat. So the wheels and the bodywork have been repaired. Councillor's going to share shadow boxing with some hardstyle play with a caption. My nan got some biscuits out. She looked at me and said, "You want some?" I fucking chinned the silly cunt there. And what, a bit like some modern Devo stuff. Okay, there's the warning triangle. Right, I'm going to try classic insurance. It might be a waste of money. So normal one, not insurance. The normal one is... See, I imagine a historic one lasts for ages, right? That's a lot of money, though. Do we do this for the experiment, right? I'm going to throw 700 marks up the toilet, just experiment with
Otetaan
this.
nyt tää tästä.
Right, I'm going to try the classic one first. This might be a waste.
Se on 2 minuuttia ja kilvet jää tänne.
You're not looking too bad, friend. That's not bad. It's looking a little better now the wheels are changing. I wanted to rant about how I didn't like this car yesterday, but I might be warming to it, you know.
Oi saatana.
How did you find it, mate? With me Marks and Spencer's tyres. I like how dented that wing is. So am I.
Lovely, this tabber guy.
Did it pass?
Se on nyt tän auton päätepysä.
Yeah, well I thought it would, mate.
No niin.
Let's get this folder of historical truths and we'll check out the chorus.
Kitaan vähän asiaa.
So it failed on service brake. What's he doing?
Peikiniemessä hiljainen torppa. Siellä tuo kissa niin harmahtava on. Haulikkoa putsaa tuo ukko.
He's blessing it.
Niin sekaisin ja kajahtaa.
It feels more,
on.
It feels more KCD than it does my winter car. He failed your inspection. There are multiple screwdriver-sized holes all throughout the undercarriage. What did service brake? Did I not put the handbrake on? Service brake? What does that mean?
Muuten hyvä, mutta
Otherwise good, but
väärin.
built wrong. Better look next time. Historical... Oh, fuck. Vehicle is not matching VIN plate or... Oh! So I have to get the engine, the gearbox, the axle... So I have to check all of these boxes. So I bet it has to be like super stock, including the original colours. And the original seats. Jesus. JCBP. Alright, what was the... So this is the normal inspection. What does service brake mean? No, I'm alright, Bear. I suppose I'm going to need that at some point, right? If it's on the official website, then maybe. Yeah, I'll look into that in the future, yeah, but... I don't know what service brake means. I tell you what, did I maybe accidentally loosen one of the brake lines? Fucking hell, it's failed on brakes now. When I was in there tinkering, did I maybe loosen the brake lines on the wheels? I'm going to force him to stay open. No, that's not the brake line, is it? Where's the brake cable that goes to the wheels? This. Like maybe I'll loosen these because it passed on brakes last time, but maybe I'll loosen the brake. Oh, tell me this isn't inline. Okay, that is tightened. By exclusion, it must be the normal main brakes. Yeah, surely. That's tight. It's like this is the only thing you can adjust brake-wise in the car, right? Oh, where's that one go? Can I...
Jumalauta!
It's getting fucking dark as dicks in here. I think these brake lines are at the back, aren't they? Them up here somewhere. Oh, shit! How did it fail on brakes? Shall I just run it through again now I've tinkered slightly? Service brake. Right, before I do that, is there any other thing regarding brakes that I could tinker with here? Like all the brake, I haven't been in the engine compartment, have I? So the brakes. So this is the brake lines. But there's no way that I accidentally loosened anything. I'm sure of it. Shall I run it through again? Just a normal service. Mate, give us just a normal inspection if that's alright.
Mennäänpä kahtomaan.
Yeah, did taking the wheels off
On
affect
pari
the brake
minuuttia
lines.
ja kilvet jää tänne.
This car looks better than the one I saw yesterday. Yeah, I got new wheels on it, Dougie. New tyres too. Come on, mate. Come on.
Että olis pahaksi, jos
Yeah,
lämmittäisi
it is.
vähän näitä kohmeisia kämmeniä tossa sun auton lohkossa.
Permission to just sit in here and work on the brakes. I mean, I've got the money, right? What is this game? Do you ever stop and think, why do we play and watch this so much? Again, I always think there's games that try really hard with big start. Go on, pass.
Ehkä sitten ensi kerralla.
What does that mean? Not suitable. It's not road legal because of service brake. Everything else is perfect. Right, let's put our brains together if anybody's got one. No, what was it? 10. So, if I check... so the brake line attachment to the front wheels... These are brake lines, aren't they? Or is that the fucking brake line bolt there? But then then that goes down to this brake line. But that's obviously attached now. I hope it's not the bolt that goes underneath. But when I took the shock absorber off, I don't think that would have affected anything unless I had a bolt size where I accidentally knocked something. But both these brake lines are attached, look. You would, but you don't have a brain. Surely we've got enough brain cells between us to figure this out while I'm still parked here. Because as long as I stay here, he stays open. Let's check every line from the brake line. Do any of these work? I wouldn't mind getting the car up on one of these. Did you put them on? I did. Well, it passed on brake lines last time, so it's something that's changed between the last time I tried to get the car inspected and now. And the only thing I've done is take the wheels off. But yeah, it's not like the shock absorber situation. It did pass on brake lines last time, didn't it? So that one is in. 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 That's the line that runs all the way to there, right? The other brake lines go back, don't they? Wait, what if it's out of fucking brake fluid? Oh, tell me that isn't that simple. Is the fact it's on half brake fluid? Maybe discs and trims were super close to maximum. Yeah, maybe. Is it maybe that I've got half brake fluid? Well, that would be a harsh thing to fail us on. As for the actual things, though... Yeah, I suppose the drums or the discs could be loose. Which is that bolt there and the two underneath it, right? So there's... It's hard to see from here, but that bolt And then there's 2 down there that are what attach the brake assembly. If it was anything else, it would have failed on wheel. Yeah, let's do that. Come on, Doomhaus, we can do this. I'm actually going to get it running so we can listen to the radio. Oh, the lift doesn't work, annoyingly. What's that? Blowing while it warms up. Yeah, we're not having a radio. So, what are you? You're pretty big, I think. Let's go 13. 14? 15? No, it's a 15. 15's too big. 12? Okay, that's tight. So when I was putting the rear shock absorbers in, maybe I did loosen something. That was tight. That's tight. But is that... No, that's for the brake assembly, so I need to do the upper one on the other side too. I don't know if the brakes at the back... Okay, you was on. So these rear brakes take 12s. There isn't a brake on the back here, is there, of course? Fuck, you know, I'm stressed now. Will you forgive me 1 cigarette? Or do I have to just have to sit and do this for a bit?
Perkele! Jumalauta! Voi saatana! Perkele! Jumalauta!
Yeah, fuck it. I'm doing it. This is my first cig since rehab where I went and sat on the island. I got so addicted to cigs, by the way, that I had to go and sit on the island. And in rehab over the weekend, I spent 6 and a bit in-game days de-stressing there so I could get over my nicotine addiction. But every time you fail an inspection, your stress spikes. Fucking flea market shut while I've been in here. That might still be open, actually. Or I've succumbed to my old smoking habits. Yeah, there isn't any brakes on the back, is there? Oh no, there must be. Because there's a brake cable. I don't remember installing a brake. Is there? There must be. Oh god, then I nearly fucking passed out. Too dragged that scene. See, it's my old smoking habits coming to the forefront. Let me caffeinate. I refuse to take no for an answer. We're working this brake problem out. But I think it might be the brake fluid problem. And if it is, we'll maybe sleep at home and then come back tomorrow. Like, sleep at the apartment and come back tomorrow to... go to PSK. You know what I'm talking about. We'll do it on the Tuesday. Fucking hell, how tired am I? Then again, I haven't slept in this game for 3 days or something stupid now. We're teenagers, who cares, right? Well, I'm not a teenager, I'm 23. I'm a 23-year-old homeowner who's faffing about and sacrificing his health for becoming an ice race champion. You're not helping. If you could just look the other way so I can fix whatever brake issue this is. Okay, so that's the... Let's just go straight onto the axe. It's not just a front wheel brake car, is it? Or is the fucking rear axle, does it have brakes on it? I assume it does. Right, and then it's... I think there are bolts under here, not those two, because they're for the steering rack. But everything's had a tighten. If I'd just not bolted the wheels on properly, then it would have failed on the wheels, right? I'm asking about the type of axle there, yeah. Because that's just something I straight up don't know, and it's not about the game, right? It's about something in real life. I'm assuming there are drum brakes attached to the rear axle. On a rear axle similar to this one. Because it can't be just front wheel brake and rear wheel drive, right? Or can it? Guess I don't know about cars this age. Yeah, it's true, I don't own a home. I'm currently renting 2. Which is probably fucking more than it would probably cost to buy. More than a mortgage. Right, what else is there? I have a strong feeling it's this. But I can't really drive out and drive back, can I? Because it'll have closed by the time I leave. But I'm going to blow another 300 just in hopes that tightening everything has worked. Oh, shit, wait, mate, wait. Okay. I'm probably throwing good money after bad, but I want a car that's inspected. Yes, you've said this before, friend. Don't mind if I had a piss in his workshop. Mr. Lindell. Yeah, I heard a few years ago somebody sprayed sewerage all up the walls of your inspection shop. I hope they caught the guy. Let me see when he used to say you're such a character.
Eihän tää auto kelpaa ollenkaan.
Brakes. So, either it's a lack of fluids, or it actually calls them tie rods, look, instead of surprising. Either it's a lack of brake fluid, which is an easy fix, or one of the components is breaking down. Fuck! Lark, welcome to the stream. I've heard it was some really handsome thugs. Fuck. Well, Eric said 2 energy drinks would cure my fatigue problems, and then he said the car would sail through its inspection. There's nothing but bad news in this place. Stupid shit. Finland. Don't know why I bother. Shut up, radio. I'm in a bad mood. I don't need you. I can't turn you off. Has the car broken down? No. Oh shit, sorry, I banged the microphone. I might be a liar or unreliable. Don't accuse yourself of such things, Eric. I just think you're massively incompetent. Don't know what you're talking about. Alright, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to sleep until morning. First off, we're going to go buy some brake fluid. Just in case it was that. Then we're going to sleep through to morning. Put it back through with new brake fluid. And I'll buy new coolant. Yeah, let's give it a little bit of TLC. It's done a lot for us as this stupid shit car. Got to stop buying fig rolls. Fig roll appreciation week gone too far. I don't though you were probably eating them before. Fig rolls, though. Okay, to PSK. We're going to put new brake fluid in it. We're going to put new coolant in it. Oh shit! I have to pull it out of Uncle's. We're gone by Tuesday every week. If it was like this house, that would have been buying them on Tuesday morning. Okay. We're calm. It's fine. The car deserves love. In Finland, right? Bears around. Watch out. I did hear you have to watch out for bears in Finland, roving the woods at night. But instead of a mauling, you'll get 10 days in prison. Where is he? Nowhere to be seen. I suppose we'll put a little bit of fuel in the car as well. I just want this inspection. It felt like a bit of a lofty goal to get this inspection done, but I think we might actually be able to pull it off. If I could work out what the friggin' problem with this stupid rivet is. We'll turn him off, shall we? It's not like there's anything on the radio. Are you off completely? Yep. Right, let's... First job, fill him up. God, I love how this car looks now suddenly. I went on this big rant yesterday about how I didn't like it compared to the Satsuma, but... It's a different looking car now, no? And I actually really like these just basic, like... polished, whatever they are, bumpers. It's much, much better with these new wheels on. Better than that fucking atrocity that we made on your first attempt, Eric, remember? A stupid blue and pink thing. It like, perfectly acceptable colours, but the car just looked rubbish, like hot pink and Eric blue. It just didn't work. Which is proof that even as the Satsuma that I really like, it is possible to get the design wrong. So the right wheels in the right order. It's glory. When we got that skin on it, it really was. I think that's the best looking the Satsuma ever looked. That's the car and the skin that won the amateur rally. Won the big one in the summer. The Fury. Stress is a little high. Might have to have a little swear. Cover your ears, everybody. Yeah, I was thinking that, Eric. I wonder if we get some kind of confirmation where the Satsuma is now. Oil, coolant, and brake clutch fluid. Please, salt. Please, hello? Alright, fine, we'll get some milk as well. Yeah, I wonder if there's any plans in the future to give some, like, information on where the Satsuma is now. Maybe whenever they put the story in, it's going to come in that update. Push your mouth out. So, I was going to start swearing again in Easy Green, but I don't want to upset Salty, especially not when I've got some valuable supplies ready to... Hello, Salty. So, yeah, that'll do. Thank you. It's for my lovely car. I'll be racing in it soon on a weekend if you want to come and... You know? As if she ever gets any time off work. Her and Shaggy Dan practically live in this place. Perks of 24-hour business. Ooh, car's looking good. I might... Is there any proper lights around here somewhere? I want to take it somewhere where I can actually see. Press 1 to swear in mine's face. Is there any fall over and die if you threw a full 10 litre thing of coolant at it?
Tee. No vittu. Niin just. Ois käynyt sen koulun loppuun, niin sekin vois olla ehkä siinä asemassa, että silläkin olisi äijä, joka vois viedä sen joskus lomalle. Eikä joku helvetin taiteilija.
Apparently one of the things he says when he's on the phone is that he's in some shit old PSK in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, he's a hateful character, is he not?
Vitun mulu.
Niin. Kun ei ne ryppää oikein.
No, ei jaksa kattoo sun naamaas.
Hei Uippi, tiedäks mitä? Ihan pikku totuus. Mä tiedän miksi sä oot naama norsuvitulla siinä. Koska sä et tuu ikinä pääsee tästä paskaläävästä pois. Sun kaltaiset luuserit tulee jäämään jumiin mätäneen näihin vitun pystyyn kuolleisiin kyliin, joita on ympäri tätä sisäsiitosta saatanan maata. Ja te voitte ajaa niin pitkään, mutta ne kaikki tiet johtaa vaan siihen.
This is the hellhole, it's nice here. Yeah, he had some vinegar in that voice. Well, he's not exactly endeared himself to us, has he? He really opened up, didn't he? What did he say that we missed there? Was there more spite in that?
Haista paska.
No menny vittuu siitä työfäämästä.
Noni, emme.
He tried to shoo me away. I don't like this place. He is worth 10 days in prison, that's true. Oh, imagine how good it would be to see mine go flying up over the... No. Right, where have I got in town that's got some light so I can chase this? I've got to do it outside the pub. Outside the pub. What a bitch. Well, it needs the clutch, this thing. Not clutch, sure. Oh, I'm so looking forward to taking this car on the ice track. Don't hit Bear, because that is 10 days in prison. We'll be playing the Forest tomorrow again if that happens. Pub open? Just need the street lights. Are you going to idle? No way. If I put coolant in, it's going to blind me, isn't it? Fucking hell, what a gone was pretty. Alright, I bought brake fluid, didn't I? Did I? Yeah, it's in here with the milk. There it is. Okay, I've got some milk stuck on my ceiling. Apologies. Yeah, that's going on the roof. Good, that's where it deserves to be. Damn, I got a good arm for throwing milk. Right. Okay, all I can do... Should I drive this home or do it here? Because there's light here in a way that it isn't at home. I'm very sweaty. I'm just going to leave it running for a sec. I should turn it off, shouldn't I, so I can do the... Yeah, let's turn it off. I've been starting and stopping it a little bit too much, but it's got a lot of oomph in the battery. Yeah, it'd be alright to turn it off. Turn the lights off first though, right? Blowers are on, are they not? Oh, turn the blowers off. Good, needed to calm down. I don't want to smoke. So we're going to do the oil, the brake fluid, and last and not least, the coolant. Now there's a reason I can't do the coolant first, because the radiator is very hot. But with a bit of luck, the only reason it failed is because I'm too low on brake fluid. Which seems to be, because if not, I'm going to have to start replacing all of the brake components piece by piece to work out why it's failing the inspection, and that sounds fucking miserable. Do you need an oil change? Is that black? Okay. I'm surprised it didn't fail on more than just fucking brakes. Right, let's have a full oil change in the middle of nowhere. Where's the tap there? Yeah. Beautiful. I've had Sothan leaks like that. Right, some new fresh oil. Oops. I want one of them like racing cabs that the first game had that you could pass the inspection with, but the 2-barrel doesn't seem to be an option. Unless you can buy the racing one from the magazine, which I keep forgetting exists. Right, forgive me, everybody cover your ears.
Jumalauta, Atana, säätä, no mitä helvettiä? Voi vittujen kevätä. Voi saatana. Jumalauta. Perkele.
It's a necessary Finnish stress relief.
Jumalauta. Saatana. Voi helvettiä. Atana. Vittujen vittu. Voi vittu. Jumalauta. Voi vittujen kevät. Jumalauta. Jumalauta.
Alright, people who've never played the game before, I need your confidence that opening the radiator now isn't going to make me go blind. Somebody say, don't worry, Stubblet, it's not going to make you go blind. Valkyrion? The mechanic, right? Valkyrion knows. Fucking hell, I'm falling asleep. Let me just go to trick. Valkyrion, good morning. I'll take your word for it. Good morning. Yes, not morning. Good afternoon. Ye man, welcome to the street. That's not a bad shout, actually. Will you turn it down in here, Dick for brains?
Kyllä löytyy suht tuoretta tästä termasista vielä. Oodapas hetki. Ja siitä, mitäs laitetaanko vielä muuta?
Falling asleep while drinking. Oh no, I need a fucking... Forgive me. I mean, eye protection's not a bad... Who's been throwing litter around the back of the... Honestly, people just don't appreciate the natural beauty of this area, and they're just... I bet it was fucking Azar and Pat. Kids, honestly. Oh, and I'm pissing on the toilet seat. I mean, I could save and come back in and skip the whole cooling process, but I might have left it long enough, especially with that distraction. Anybody else swear on the toilet? Just to calm down. And I'm still fucking falling asleep. I'd like to see me go blind now. Good, and it's full anyway, there's no point.
Saatana!
Yes, we'll top it up all the way. That was enough, apparently. It doesn't have the glug glug sound for this anymore like it used to. That was my underpants. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. Underpants back on. Minus 25, accidentally took my pants off. You know what? Didn't go blind. Alkarion was correct. As always, he only has my best intentions at heart. Did I leave the cap off? I did. Good spot. I'm going to pass out shortly. Let's go to bed. If the car starts, that is. And then it has to start again in the morning. Come on, car. What time have we got left? Half an hour. Fall asleep and freeze to death in the snow. Not unheard of. Right, homeward bound. Oop. A little bit too much oomph. The choke back out. Okay, yeah, we should really get home. At least I'm in a warm car-ish. Sweating up a storm. You're funding his retirement, so he better look after you. Alkarion, you mean? Jesus, take the wheel. Playing the long dark already. Not far off. Actually, next week is the forest, isn't it? This will be relegated to Friday for a while some new content. This is why I really want to get this inspection done before we have a week or two off. Right, blow it. Handbrake on. Blow it off. Thought for a second I was about to pass out with the engine running and wake up with no fuel. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there, isn't it? So Thanin? No, Jamie and Augur are though. Right. Sleep, I suppose. Is there anything else we need to do while we're here? Save? Sleep and then save. Time do I want to wake up? I really, really hope that it isn't... Actually, let's go to... I don't think I'm going to sleep all the way through to 8, but we'll set an alarm for 8. What was I going to say? What was I on about? I was going to say something important. Yeah, I really want to get this passed this week. It'd be nice if I could get it passed today. Holy fuck, it was worth setting an alarm. Jesus, I was tired.
Saatana!
Yes, okay. Stop. Right, let's save. Am I going to lose anything if I save now? We'll wake up and we'll have some stress sausages. Okay, so what have I checked? I've checked all the bolts on the brake lines. I've checked the bolts on the brake assembly on the front. Still don't know if there is the brake assembly on the back, but I assume there is attached to the diff and the rear axle. I now have suspension put on, and I've checked the brake fluid, but it's still failing on brakes. Surely we've done enough. Because as I say, if it isn't any of those, it might be that either the brake assemblies or the brake lines or the master cylinder that does the brake and clutch fluid is not right. That or any of them could just be broken, and I'd need to go back to the parts classified magazine thing and order in new versions. But I don't want to do that. Did I import the music? Did any, like, laser-sighted hero watch me import music just then? I might have forgotten again. So I could have installed the, uninstalled the one mod there. Lovely. Right. Sun's up. We're going to have a good day by, and we're going to start off with grilling some stress sausages. Because that one cigarette that I just had there was a personal failure. Let's just rub this sausage. Nice, just get it rubbed underneath the oven, just get some of that seasoning on it. We're not smoking again. We're going to de-stress with grilled meats. I thought for half a second they were rallying just then. Somebody write oven in capitals. I've got leaflets to do as well. Should do at least the leaflets in town. We're not going to forget that the oven's on and burn the apartment down. Been there a few too many times in the past. Right, please just start. Nice. Please just idle. Lovely. Right, you warm up. Back once I've had my stress sausages. Is it sliding? Stop sliding. See, kitten, I didn't say slab. Bin slap now. There's so many bangers on the radio now that you forget that these were the bangers of the past. These were the summer bangers. This and Pac-Man used to be all we had. Okay, how many stress sausages to completely de-stress? I'd ask Eric, but he's an incompetent liar. You alright, lads?
Mitä helvettiä?
See, Satan knows the classics. Oh, hang on. There we go. Is that sausage cooked? It has. Oven off. I'm not de-stressing with sausages as much as I feel like I used to. Thank you, radio. Thank you, lights. The phone isn't fucking working. Look at that. How often do you see the map with no work on it whatsoever? He says walking over. Totally legitimate work. Why is that so? Oh, it's because the choke's out. Are we demisting? Any demisting going on now? A little bit of demisting would be nice. I swear the heater's broke on this thing. Let's do it the old-fashioned way then. Just getting it super sweaty. Alright, what faith do we have that it passes this time? Again, fully blind playthrough, so I haven't allowed any help or tips or hints or advice on what might or might not be wrong with the car. But I suddenly have very little faith. What am I doing? I'm opening and closing. I think the glove box inside getting some attention. That's so good. Don't even have sun visors in the Rivet, I just noticed. Topless gun should be better than that. Alright. Instantly stalled it. Nice. Good. Might be because the choke was out. Really? Good job I got that rev limiter installed, imagine. I'd probably just blown all the pistons. I can't believe they don't give you a rev limiter. And then, as usual with these games, doesn't even tell you that you should probably go and buy one from Alkarion before you start revving the bollocks off your car. Like, there was no rev limiters for sale in the classified magazine, was there? God, how many players have finally got their car put together and they're like real complex engine installation, but just not noticed that there's no rev limiter or not noticed the rev limiter that Alkarion was selling and just put their foot down and shredded their engine. That was a nice little slide. An accidental one, but a nice one. It was added for a reason, yeah. To trap people, I assume. For those that don't know, it's like a little electrical thing that stops your revs from going too high. Every car has one, or most cars have them. But it was already installed in the Satsuma, or not necessary. Well, so it was just... It was one of the first mods, so it just wasn't in the game at the start. Azzy, good afternoon. So it was added after the fact. So for those of you that remember the money shift incident from the first game playthrough, basically it would be that, but just sat on your driveway. Pistons being stretched to RPMs they can't handle and just dying. Alright, is it warmed up? Yeah. AFR looks to be in a good range. Good. Okay, was it a brake fluid issue? Inspection number 3. Good morning. Hello. Yeah, welcome. Yeah. Hopefully you're feeling in a better mood today. I've only just got back, Mazak, on the next day. I've put new brake fluid in it, and I've tightened every possible brake-related bolt I could think of, including brake lines, the brake assemblies at the front, and I've topped up the fluid, which was at half. There were a lot of posts about wrecking the engine on first start. That's lethal. I respect it though in a way. That's what that's like in the very nature of this game, right? That there is something that is missing. Look at fucking Birmingham on his way to work. Look at his little skid. The kick sledge thing. Yeah, that there is there's an item that's missing that could just destroy your hard work. You just got yourself a monster ready for the race. Right, come on, pass, please.
Turvallisia kilometrejä.
Absolutely straight through. Bang. Yeah. Better put that emote away. Oh. I've passed the inspection. HMY 215. No more VBX. It's pretty good organ now. Yeah, it's registered. Now I can take part in all the races. Are they random plates this time, Bear? Are they actually? Oh, good afternoon. The Steam achievements. But I know it. The Steam achievements came up at the same time as the number plates appeared on the desk, Mazak. So even without the Steam achievement, wait. Oh. What the fuck is with the camera on that front? Wait, something's wrong, but that's fine. Do I need to bolt you on, or are you like last time? No bolts? No? No. Oh, I'm so pleased. What does HMY stand for? Her Majesty's Yacht. Fucking hell. Mate, I love you. Have I ever told you that? I know it's not a... I know it's slightly unprofessional to do this in a business sense, but you're you know what I mean? You're one of the, you know? Fucking hell. Yeah, man. Welcome to the new followers. Nice. All right. Your car is now road... There's the achievement. Your car is now road legal. 0.7% of players have this achievement. 0.3 went to prison. Do you know what? I think all of these are quite low, because I think the my winter car experience is 95% of people can't cope with what they're seeing and turn it off, right? Which is legitimate. You know, I never realised you had a thumb tattoo. What, in game? I don't. I went to prison, Auger, and I went to prison so much that you end up with prison tattoos. It's so dumb, right? I was in for murder. It'll count people like me who played for 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, 648. People that are either yet to play it in the future or turned off and refunded it, right? Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, man, yeah. Yeah, that as well, that's true. Yeah, that probably accounts for a big portion of it as well. See what you were saying there, sorry. Your proper prison, yeah. Grandma's rolling in her grave. Yeah, apparently in the first game, Grandma treated you differently if you had prison tattoos. I am so pleased. Right then, I guess now... Well, now we're going to go home and play with our new computer, but I guess now the goal of the game is dick around until the weekend, and then we're going to go to 6-4, who runs the ice racing thing, and we're going to go speak to him about what the car needs for us to qualify for our first ever ice race. Fuck it, again. I can't think of a raid boss in WoW that I've celebrated as much as doing dumb, simple shit in this, like passing the inspection for the first time or hearing the engine roar. The sense of satisfaction, all this game does is it bends you over and it sticks its finger up your bum and wiggles it around. Like, that's all it, like, that's the design ethos of my winter car. So when you achieve anything in this game, it just feels monumental. Especially without guides. Play a game without guides. I beseech you. If you've got time to play a game at all, you've got time to enjoy it thoroughly. And you do that without guides. Oh shit, cats. True. Because the sense of satisfaction you get from doing shit on your own in video games is amazing. Chaz, welcome to the stream. You better have Grandma tatted as a tramp stamp on your lower back. You promise it does that to you, but it does, Chaz, yeah, if you buy it. Yeah, but like, the Mage XL sheet is so good. This is true. In WoW, I do follow guides because there's other people relying on me, right? Only if they had a driver's test. Yeah, you need. I mean, say it out loud enough, I'll carry on, and the fucker will put one in. Cats is right. I just need to go quickly check the flea market to see if they've got the speakers. If you want to complete 10 games in a year, you haven't got enough time to play without guides. But if you want to thoroughly enjoy 2, you have. Consider it, everybody, consider it. Right, speakers. The only WoW boss I remember getting massive satisfaction from was Baron 45, because it was your first big challenge, and it was with a mate, yeah. Yeah, it's about your personal goals, I think, right? It's fine nowadays when games don't release anymore. Sorry, I bamboozled myself. I'm here to check for... Hello? Yes, I hope you're selling all my shit. Oh, hey! Oh! PC speakers. I mean, that's expensive, but we're having them. Ma'am, absolutely sensational. That's all I need, right? And now we've got the full PC. Anything else for sale? Other than all my shit? No? Ooh, what's that? Another fireworks. More fireworks. Yeah, they stopped releasing games when this came out, but they realised there's no point in anything else even existing. Hello, ma'am, yes, can I have that? Thank you. Appreciate it. Cats. Hero, I was about to forget about that. In jubilation for my lovely new cat. Look at it, though. These new wheels have made such a massive difference. What a beauty. I wonder if I get these wheels refurbished at Alcarion's, whether they'll go back to, like, proper chrome, but proper, like, the original finish. Ah, cars inspected. We can now go and start working out what I need to compete in the ice rally, and instead of stood there watching it and gambling on the winners, we can actually take part. Oh, fuck, what have I done? Yeah, still a bit slippy. Hey Olga, do you know the car was bouncing around a bit and I couldn't work out which, whether it was the rear shock absorbers that was the problem? I went to go and replace the rear shock absorbers to hopefully perform better in the inspection, only to realise that there weren't any, and I'd been forgetting to put shock absorbers on the entire time. And apparently Bear and Cats was tearing their hair out for 2 months because I hadn't noticed. Oh, that's too Doomhaus. I was too busy flirting with Auntie. You two might be the cutest couple we've had in the Doomhaus for a long time. There you go, kitten. There's another split house. It's good when you play a game I don't know. I can just skip over all of that pain. Credit to Cats and Bear for having their tearing their hair out without giving me any hint that I was missing something, though, right? I mean, we had 12 and his partner that was in Discord briefly. She was a green, right? Maybe still is in Discord, I don't know. A green and an orange in the same relationship. Trim and Trimette are both green. Easy Green, Tiny Green, both green. Salty and Mr. Salty, both orange. Chrisman and I, both orange. Right, final 5 minutes of today's stream. This has been good. I'm proud of getting the car fully assembled and inspected on my first life. That's not bad. Check this out. Tell me that's not a beautiful looking car. Innit? I've done a complete 180 on this car. I think the rear bumper helps as much as the new wheels. So good. But then again, it always looked good from the back. I'm only half split house at the moment since Radware is a green. Back in the day with War Dungeon, then. What did you call your homoerotic rivals? I think is what you called it, right? Depends on how long before you total it, or I disassemble it for you. Oh, it's getting totaled. There's no way this thing... Because I have a rule now. I will not be reloading saves on the rally. Subtly homoerotic rivals, that's it. So if I smash this car up on the first corner on the first rally, that's it. I've got to go get the fucking thing repaired. We're playing this properly because I reloaded saves on the rally last time, and that it didn't sit right with me. I don't judge anybody that did, just for the record. But it still hasn't sat right with me, that. The way I'm playing it for real. Everything that happens is canon, unless it's obviously some massive bug or something. So you can imagine how much money it's going to cost me. So then, I'm going to need you to reveal the location of a lot of money. Let's pay the bills. Hopefully not one of them ginormous 800 mark ones. Alright, electric bills are back. I mean, we're paying them twice a week, which is scary, but... Subtly, I think, is... yeah. We've been down this path before and it involves a lot of sturdy row. I'll just put bleach in your next Kelio batch and claim you did it. Oh, I'm so triumphant. We might be able to have a little sneak peek on what we're doing tomorrow as well. I'm going to do the ice racing first, Auntie. So now the car's inspected, for those that missed it. So now the car's inspected, I can take it to the ice racing track and try and sign up, and if it's anything like the rally in the first game, it'll tell me what I need. And then we're going to have to save up for those upgrades. Schmitz, good morning. Hopefully we can find a mentally unstable lottery winner. Precisely. For those that missed the first part of the stream, you may be aware that the car was bouncing and bobbling and wobbling all over the place. I suspected it was one of the rear suspension components. I went to the rear suspension to try and determine which of the components was causing the issue, and discovered there was no rear suspension. I'd forgot to install it, and everybody but me had noticed. So I was driving around with zero suspension last week. Actually, let me just check if that racing carb's in here. It's Halkarian who sells carbs now, right? Yeah, alright. There is, however, there's multiple headers. Yeah, manifolds, multiple exhausts, racing exhausts, that's all three pieces, right? What is that? Is that like that's the like long, like fucking Paris-Dakar bonus fuel tank, right? Lightweight flywheel will have, a really lightweight one. There's an even more advanced radiator with electrics, look. I wonder if I have that radiator, I don't need to fan on the water pump. Obviously, we get this rally steering wheel. Oh, the bucket seats and everything. Ooh. It's not a heat shield, is it? I think that's one of the things to protect your engine from the rally, so there's a good chance that I could take major engine damage from pranging it. Better get started with marbles. I've got a call, so I need to get on it before that. Well, I've got bad fucking news. Right, hang on, before we finish. Where did I put them? Here. Another thing that's accidentally happened today in our favour. Fall Guys, by the way, tonight, everybody. 3 hours. I now, thanks to the flea market lady, have a fully functional functioning PC. Right, that's enough for today, though. Thank you all for joining. I've had no fucking phone calls because I've had the computer plugged in this whole time.
Vittu.
No wonder I've got a completely empty job. It's alright. It's been a good stream. Just celebrate. Just be happy. Thank you all for joining. Car is inspected. Computer is completed. Tomorrow, I might... Oh, we're doing Fall Guys tonight, aren't we? But tomorrow... it's possible that we might be able to go and get our list of upgrades that we need for the ice race. Excited. Yeah, Auntie's been calling, but I've not been there to pick up. Right, car's fully inspected, then bang. Next, no, it's not rally upgrades, is it? It's now the car's inspected. The next goal is ice race inspected. Ooh. I just thought, assuming the rally works the way that the rally worked in the first game, right, before I get to marbles real quick, would this not make sense? Instead of doing the ice racing first, should I do, assuming it works like it does in the first game, should I do the Junior Cup rally first, then focus on ice racing, then come back to the Amateur Cup? So there's a break in between ice racing and rallying. Break in between the two rallies. That might make sense, actually, for the sake of variety. Right, I'm getting out of here. Thank you all for joining. Welcome to all the new followers. Thank you for all the bits, the subs, the host, the rate, and everything. We'll think about that. But for now, let's get out of here, love. Wouldn't that also be easier? I mean, I could probably win the Junior Cup without a whole bunch of upgrades. I don't know. Move on, type out of the way and just focus on one thing. Yeah, but it'd be a lot of just continuous rally, right? Whereas if I get the easy rally done... Do I want easier, though, or do I want variety? I think I might want variety. Right, if you're... I mean, I'm swapping the car parts out all the time anyway for the sake of the inspection end. Right, if you're in the Doomhaus Discord, you will be aware that at the end of every stream we do a single run of marbles to determine the person of the century of the day. Is that real, Cats, that picture? No. If you are in the Doomhaus Discord and you'd like to take part in this, then you must simply type the password. If your password is correct and you are in the Discord, I will give you a marble, and if your marble wins, you get to be person of the century of the day. That's real. It looks really low. Like, the quality on the moon doesn't look like it could be real, and the lighting looks funky. Real? It looks really hard. There's a picture in Discord, for those that are wondering. Right, speaking of, if you're in Discord and you'd like to take part in marbles, win yourself a gold name and a point for those teams at the top left, you must simply type the password, and the password for today is... Inspected. Go. They're faking it again. Typical. Alright, we start with Azar for the greens. Auntie for the greens. Sothan for the greens. For the oranges. Eric for the greens. Schmitz for the oranges. Easy Green for the greens. Bear for the greens. Oh, Auntie for the greens. Yeah, true. Auntie for the oranges. Bear for the greens. Chaz for the greens. Azzy for the oranges. Lundios, good afternoon, for the greens. Alcarion for the oranges. Trim for the greens. Tagslack, good afternoon, for the oranges. 6-4 for the greens. Mina, good afternoon, for the oranges. Cats for the greens. Nuggy for the greens. Shaggy Dan for the oranges. Augur for the greens. And Monarch for the oranges. Ooh, and Satan for the oranges. Augur, Polar is not here to challenge you at the top of the table. Augur wins this, he goes clear with no competition. 22 marbles out of the race. First person to pick a number 2 wants to be level. Who won yesterday? Ah, the Greens are fucking 7 points clear. We need to address this before Eurovision. Alright, we have Azar, Anti, Sothan, Kitten, Eric, Schmitz, Easy Green, Bear, Chaz, Azzy, Lundios, Alkerion, Trim, Tagslack, 6-4, Mina, Cats, Dougie, Shaggy Dan, Augur, Mindrake, Sit. 10 oranges and 12 greens. The greens are absent today. Eric says 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eric has picked a stinker. Eric, can we go? Can we roll again? This one stinks. Chaz, you're in. Eric, your choice. Do we go with this? One more, he says. Okay, one more. Bang! Oh my god. Well, Mazak, you're in. Siddles, you're in. Eric picked a bad level, and we've ended up with a badder level. Not 2 in a row. We've got to do it. No more entries in. 3, 2, 1. Trim won on this yesterday, and it took 7 minutes to finish. And then we go and get the fucking level again. Fall Guys, 3 hours. Meet us there. Free to play. Okay, Trim has beat this level before in 39 seconds. There's every chance he could do it again. Good luck to all of us in this, including those that don't have a marble. Orange 45 to green 52. You're raiding over it this time. Oh, Trim's in the lead again. Trim, current person of the century of the day after winning on this level. Sothan, Mina, Tagslack, Dougie, Azar, all dead. Trims gets shot straight forward, but immediately got shot straight back again. The marbles will roll even after Augur's done with his phone call. But I'm going to snooze these ads, but I don't think it's possible to snooze ads for 45 minutes. Oh, that stinks. But I suppose this is our last Fall Guys, though, if nothing else. Have you managed to get to top level? Mazak? Is Mazak ahead of the bombs? He's not. Mazak shot backwards. Mazak shot forwards. Shot super forwards. No, he's shot backwards. Welcome to this level. Mazak's desperate to get his first point, but it's not happening. No, not a great deal of orange going on. Okay, Mazak's actually progressing quite well. No, it's not this level, Dougie, it's a different one. Eric picked Waterfall, which is not fun whatsoever, and this is good. This is maybe too good. Has he just finished it in record speed? 6 minutes faster than yesterday's time, Mazak has completed the level. Gets his first Person of the Century of the Day of 2026, gets himself on the leaderboard. I mean, it's nowhere near the 40-second record, but you can see why that record have happened. Didn't stay in the bowl, but who does? He might possibly be the only person that finished. I don't even think he knows it's happened. Well, the Greens now got 8 points clear of the Oranges, and he was the only person that finished. Stick a screenshot of that in Discord. Jesus. Mazak, congratulations. First Person of the Century of the Day of the Year. The Eurovision line is creeping ahead of everybody. So make sure you're above it if you want to join us for Eurovision, which is coming up, in a month, I think? Oh, it felt good to take Trim's crown off, I must admit. Take his crown off and put his underpants back on. Lovely. Mazak, congratulations. This half raiding. Yeah, victory or DNF, that's true. Mindrek called it. Completes the level and proceeds to get absolutely blasted by meteors. Well, we thought we was going to be here all night. But Mazak changed that. So I'm going to go like this, and this. And honestly, even though the Greens have won personally the century of the game, I've got 7 points fucking clear. 8 points clear. I'm not too perturbed, because that was a good stream. The car has passed its inspection. The computer is complete. Tomorrow, we'll fuck around on the computer and learn how that works, while also maybe going and checking out what we need to qualify for the ice race. Or, right, let's make a decision for anybody that fancies it. I don't know if anybody fucking cares, but does it not make sense from a variety standpoint to go from, should I do the ice racing first, then both legs of the rally? Doesn't matter about swapping parts out. Or should I do the Junior Cup, which is quite easy, rally, qualify for the amateur, but then do the ice racing second, and then the amateur. So it goes, instead of going ice race, rally, rally, it'll go rally, ice race, rally. In the middle makes sense, yeah. You agree, Kit? It does, right? Because the ice racing might be harder than the amateur rally, so I might as well do the easy portion of the rally first. Because we don't know whether this ice racing is brutal. Just because even with a car without any suspension, I went and beat Alkiri on the qualifiers. Right, I'll do that then, I think. Okay, we'll try and sign up for the Junior Cup. We'll blast that off. I'll die in the effort. For now, however, Easy Green, Eric, Kitten, Cats, Azar, Mazak, congratulations, Dougie, Tag Slack, Trim, 6-4, Auntie, and everybody else. Fall Guys in 3 hours. But for now, I love you all. I appreciate your generosity, more so your time. And I'll see you all tomorrow. But as always, Eric gets the final word. So congratulations to Mazak, congratulations to the Greens. But Eric's final piece of wisdom is this. Sole survivor.